This video is sponsored by Squarespace. Okay everyone, Nick and I are moving out of this apartment in like a week and a half, so it's time for the last apartment tour. Come on in. These are some of my favorite videos to film for my channel, and I feel like I say that at the beginning of all of my house tours. It's just so special to have this like time capsule video to look back on and see how we lived and what stuff we had and, you know, how things were arranged in our home. And I feel like it's been a while since my last home tour or house tour, apartment tour, and some things have changed, but some things have also stayed the same. So, okay, Nick told me that I had to move my mic because my necklace was hitting it, so hopefully seamless transitions. This is our apartment. I really love this open space in here, although it does get really hot around 3 p.m. because of the windows, but it was, you know, nice to have such big windows. This is our dining table that we've had in all of our apartments. It belonged to Nick's great aunt and uncle, and it's been so nice to be able to use this. Why are you looking at me?
It's like rubbing.
I never wear necklaces when I film. Is that better? Okay, so yeah, it's been really special to have this in all of our apartments, and I love, obviously it's vintage, so it has vintage, a vintage feel to it. I actually recently got these chairs from OfferUp, which is like a Craigslist style app. So I love shopping on OfferUp for furniture because it's a great way to shop secondhand, and it's a lot more user-friendly than Craigslist in my opinion. So these are originally from Article, but I got them secondhand on OfferUp, and they're great. They're stackable too. We're actually not taking these into the new place, spoiler, and I think someone's gonna buy them later today on OfferUp, right Nick?
Hopefully.
Nick's my OfferUp helper. These flowers are from a family wedding that was this week. So pretty. Oh, actually one more thing about the dining room. This is actually where I do most of my computer work. I have a, do you think that's gonna be annoying? I have a Herman Miller desk chair that I really love, so I roll that in here during the week, and then when I'm done with my computer work at the end of the day, I roll it back into the other room, and I'll show you that in a little bit. But I just love working in here because there's so much sunlight, and I feel like I do better in the sunlight. So after that, we have our living space, and this couch I feel like is pushed a little bit closer to the wall than it should be, but I'm not going to try to move right now because it's kind of heavy. But we've had this couch for several years now. We really like it because it pulls out completely flat to like a queen-ish size bed, so it's great for having people over. It's also great for just lounging. This is where I spend most of my time. I don't want to put my shoes on the couch, but this is where I am, and then I'll like set my phone right here. This is riveting content, I'm sure. So anyway, for the longest time, I was waiting to find a vintage rug, like a big vintage rug at the flea market that I could put under the couch and in this area. And obviously, big vintage rugs are expensive, so I couldn't find one in my price range for the longest time. But this was an old flea market find, and I decided to just put it here, even though it's like a lot of red tones. I kind of like it. Like the blue kind of matches this chair that I also got from OfferUp. And if you look at our photos here, like, this is the two of us. We're in red and blue, and I feel like it's a nice little color story in this area. And the reason we have our couch facing the wall is because we have a projector that goes up here, so we'll play, what's that game we've been playing? Mario Party? Yeah. When we have people over. It's so great because we can fit like 4 or 5 people on this couch, and then we'll move that chair over. And we can actually like fit a bunch of people in here, and it's great to have this big screen when it is a projector, but then we don't have to be looking, you know, like at a TV, like a big black TV most of the time. So this is also where I film. I take one of those chairs and set it right here, and then put my lights around me. Nick always helps me with that too. Thanks, Nick. And this is where I film. So I always try to be centered in between the dresser right here. But yeah, so that's kind of fun that's like, it's nice to have the couch in front of me when I film because I can like put stuff on it or whatever. So this is actually our dresser. That side's Nick's, this side's mine, and this stuff is actually Nick's too. I have my ceramic diffuser and a lamp that I thrifted. This is one of my favorite pothos plants that I've had for a really long time. And look at, there's a new leaf coming. It's a happy one. And this is a picture of Nick on our wedding day. Sometimes when people come over, they're like, Nick, why do you have a framed picture of yourself? This actually, I had this on my desk when I used to work in an office, and I just brought it home and put it right here because it's so cute. So this mirror actually used to be in our bedroom, and I'll link our bedroom tour for you if you haven't seen it yet. And it was really nice in there, and it was probably like more functional in there because I could like get dressed and look at myself in the mirror. But I moved it in here because we have, if you look behind here, this broken, gosh, I need to clean this mirror. It's like a heater, a wall heater system, but it never worked and it always kind of bugged me. So I put this here, I just lean this mirror up against it, and I feel like it creates this really cute little vignette, and it also does a great job at reflecting the light from the windows back into this space that can be kind of dark sometimes. So love that, and that's our living room. And then this is our kitchen. For a while, this is an island that Nick built from as-is IKEA cabinets. I had it long ways for a while. I like it this way just because, I don't know, I wanted to. The only thing is our little lantern thing isn't centered over it anymore, but I just try not to think about it. It's so convenient for cooking, obviously. It wasn't meant to be a kitchen counter, so it's kind of beat up, but it is what it is. This is some of my bulk stuff, my spices. I am doing laundry right now, and I just made Instant Pot soup, lentil, vegetable, tomato soup. It's a great way to use up veggies that are in your fridge that might be going bad. Just chop them all up and throw them in the Instant Pot, and it was really good, even though it's like kind of hot today. I needed to use up those veggies. And drying some stuff over here. I don't know if there's really anything else interesting in the kitchen. Oh, I have my Monstera that I love that I put up here. I actually need to water it, and there's one dead leaf that I just noticed, but generally it's really happy up here, and it's nice because it does grow so like wildly. It's been nice to have it up higher so that I don't like trip on it or whatever. And then this looks different from my video where I styled it because I've been sort of moving stuff around for the move already, so I took a lot of stuff off of here. But generally I have my basket of all my reusable bags that I can grab at really easily. And then, yeah, just like some random stuff. It's not really styled right now because we're moving, and I'm not packing yet because I'm actually renting reusable moving boxes, but I like needed to do something, so that was one thing that I sort of like started doing. Okay, should we move over here? This is our wedding wall. I had always envisioned finding another frame that I could put right here because it's uneven, but I never did. And you know what, it's fine. This is like all the doors in our house, they like don't close all the way. But this is our linen closet. We also kept some of our books up here, towels, hand towels, different like hankies and stuff, blankets, bath mats, and our plastic-free toilet paper. Very exciting. And then from there, we have the bathroom. There's really nothing super special in here except these plants. So there's actually a window in our shower, and so if you take a shower early in the morning, you kind of get blinded by the sun. It's like that. It's like hot and very bright. It's kind of a shock first thing in the morning. But because of that window, I've also really been able to grow some beautiful plants in here, and it's been so nice to have them in the bathroom. I have some bulk lotion from Bring Your Own Long Beach and a little soap dispenser. That's pretty much it in there. I'm gonna go to the bedroom. So this is our bedroom. Like I said, I did a video about this that I'll link. It's kind of like all over the, well, it's not really all over the place, but once I moved the mirror setup in here, I didn't ever really put anything back together. So right now I just have these plants hanging, and then this is my closet. I just did a video in here, so I'll link that. It looks pretty much the same, except I have my clothing rack right here, like for drying clothes. Nick installed this little light in here that's been so nice. And I also added this little basket for Nick's sweatpants so that he can easily access them when he's going to bed. So that's in there. And then, yeah, we have really big windows you guys have seen this already, but I have really appreciated having these cool windows in here that go right out to the backyard. Honestly, we haven't spent very much time at all in the backyard. It's just kind of like an awkward space. Like you can sit back there, but you're staring like at the neighbor's gate when you sit back there. But anyway, I've appreciated it, and yeah, that's the bedroom. The futon shop, we have the futon shop mattress. I'll just link that video so you can see it. Okay, so now we're going into the office room slash spare bedroom slash studio room. So this space has been a challenge for me. So this is the office right now. I honestly don't work in this room unless I have to work on the desktop, which is right here. I filmed a couple videos in here, but generally it's such a long room. It takes a lot of work to light it correctly, because when we first moved in here, oh sorry, that was the door.
That's the ghost.
When we first moved in here, I thought that this would be my studio room and I would film here, but honestly, like this is where our Wi-Fi is, and I never bought one of those like backdrop things, so you guys will see when I filmed in here, I would like cut the footage really weird. It actually turned out well because I could like put text on the side of the screen, but I had to like move this over. It's just like challenging, you know? So when we moved here, I thought that this would be my work room. Turns out it gets really dark in here. I don't know if you can tell with this lens, but it gets really dark in here. In the winter, it would get so cold, and it just wasn't what made me happy, so I always worked in the living room. That being said, there are some really cool pieces in here that I want to share with you. So this is a standing desk. We actually got this, we got both of these pieces. We bought them separately, but we got them from IKEA in their as-is section. So it's cool because it's metal. I like that it's white. I feel like it makes it a little bit more modern. Nick actually started a podcast and a new YouTube channel. So that's what these mics are for. So Nick's filming, you actually use this room way more than I do, because he'll podcast in here and he'll move the desk right here, and then you can see like all of our fun stuff in the background. So link to that below. But so that's what he uses this for generally. And then this is the chair that I was telling you about. So this is just fabric because it's like a little bit damaged, even though I love that color orange. Just to like keep that vintage fabric protected, I put, I guess, this other vintage fabric over it. And this is the chair that I drag into the living room during the workday, and it's super comfortable and like ergonomical to sit on. I printed these for our bedroom makeover and didn't end up using them, so I put them in here, and they look great in Nick's podcast, which is really the only time that this room sees the light of day. And then all this stuff is our camera gear that we've sort of taken out from everywhere because we're moving. So, I mean, I want to say that it doesn't always look this messy, but I mean, it kind of does. And
because it's my space.
thank you for admitting that. I really appreciate that on my minimalist YouTube channel. I'm just kidding. But yeah, it's something that we're going to work on in the new space, and it's something that I need to think on, like how to have creative storage that is easily accessible and organized. And that's the office. We have this in here too for sound dampening, because it has such high ceilings, it does sometimes get a little funky sounding. Okay, so that was our little house. We really enjoyed it. I say we, Nick's behind the camera. And I'm sure some of you are wondering why we're moving, because this is such a special place and it's really quiet. So I just wanted to share, we're moving for a couple of reasons. The main reason is saving money, because although we do love this place, it would be nice to move somewhere a little bit smaller while it's just the two of us, so that we could like save up a little bit more. And for me, I really wanted to live somewhere that was a little bit more walkable, because Nick and I are sharing a car right now. I mean, I work from home most days, and it's been really hard for me living in this neighborhood because there's not anything really walkable that I can get to easily. So I either have to drop Nick off at work and then take the car during the day if I have errands or appointments, or I just have to wait until Nick gets home from work. And so I'm really excited, and I can't wait to share the new space with you guys, and that's all coming soon. But I can't wait to live in a space that is more walkable, where I could walk to an exercise class, to a farmer's market, to different stores, all like within a couple minutes of our apartment, and that's never been a living arrangement that I've been in, and so I can't wait to experience that, even if it's for a short period of time, and share all that with you. So that's why we're moving. Can you think of any other reasons, Nick? We've just felt kind of weird since we've moved into this apartment. I mean, if I'm being honest, like, we loved our apartment next door. If you guys don't know, if you're new, we lived in a 1-bedroom next door to this place for like 3 years. Well, like, it's too much space, but like, I can't explain. It's just like a feeling since being here that's just been off. So we're excited to get the heck out of here, to put it lightly.
It's not haunted.
It's not haunted. It's just like hard to explain. So all that being said, we're excited to get out of here and share the next chapter of our lives with you. We're not moving into a van or a motorhome or anything like that, but we're moving into a pretty cool spot, in my opinion. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Thank you so much to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. Squarespace is an all-in-one platform that you can use to build your website and run your business. The thing that I love so much about using Squarespace is that I can really just stick to the creative side of things that I love and not worry about making sense of mechanics or actually building a website from scratch and making it secure and optimizing it for mobile or tablet users or anything like that. They have it all handled for me, and it makes it so easy to make my site professional and beautiful. And if I ever need anything, I know that they have 24/7 customer support and video and online tutorials that I can look at also. Whether you need a portfolio, online store, blog, or website, Squarespace has a template that'll work for you. So if you're ready to make something amazing and give Squarespace a try for yourself, go to squarespace.com/Alli Cherry for your free trial and 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.